Good day, listeners. Welcome to another episode of Nimasa Podcasts. I am your host for this edition, and my name is Femi Kumuyi. Today with me is the head shipping development department of Nimasa and the person of Mr. Khurason Inuwa. Mr. Khurason, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Femi. As you know, my name is Inuwa Khurason. Presently, I'm the head of shipping development, and I've put 30 years of service in Nimasa. Within this period, I've worked in different departments, spanning from research, where I started my career in 1993. I've also worked in admin and port service, also port service stations. I've put many years there. Then I worked in cabotage and briefly in maritime labor, and then back to shipping development. So currently, that is where I am as the head of shipping development.
All right, very good, Mr. Khurason. Yes, straight to the question. The current administration came up with the 3S:
Yes.
security, safety, and shipping development as part of its three cardinal point agenda for this administration. How has shipping development fared in 2023?
Thank you very much, Mr. Femi. The shipping development, as you know, the responsibility, we are saddled with two major responsibilities. One is ensuring that the 3% levy is from gross freight earning on all inbound and outbound cargo, that is import and export, is levied from international ships. So number two, we are also saddled with the responsibility of promoting the indigenous participation in international shipping and domestic trade. So these are the two major responsibilities of the department. When you come to the levy of 3%, honestly, I would say that we have not done badly, despite the global economy downturn. And as we are all aware, the vessel traffic has dropped internationally because of all the things that are happening in the international scene. We are talking of Russia-Ukraine war. Are you talking also on the Israel and Hamas war and Palestinian war? These are issues. And then in talking of the global economy scene, it's not only Nigeria that is affected. It's a global thing. When you talk of the on the wet cargo, particularly, that's where we are adversely affected, because currently we do not meet up with the OPEC quota. So, and that has been for a very long period. This is the situation. We have not had it badly, but we are doing our best. I can say we are doing our best, because 2023 is not like 2020. In 2020, we did very, very excellently well. But the drop in vessel traffic has adversely also affected the economy or our performance. But on the whole thing, we are doing our best.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Khurason. You said it already that in 2023, Nimasa is doing its best.
Yes.
But of course, for you to achieve your purpose as a department and your mandate, there is need for collaboration.
Yes.
Who are you collaborating with?
Thank you very much. When you talk of collaboration, we are collaborating with most of the relevant agencies. We talk with NNPC, we talk with MPA, and also Nigerian Custom. These are the people that are relevant in shipping. So, and then we collaborate also with stakeholders. So it's not Nimasa alone. So these agencies are the one we work together, who also give us some intelligence information that we work to perform our mandate.
All right, thank you very much. I'll still go a bit more into collaboration.
Yes.
The IMO recently has talked about the issue of maritime single window.
Yes.
And it's supposed to take effect from January 1, 2024.
Yes.
Before you tell us about it, can you explain what exactly is this single window all about?
Thank you very much. You talk about single window or port community system. These are just the same. But they are the same. The port community system is what that IMO is anchoring, and so it's all about trade facilitation. It's talking about trade facilitation, whereby all information comes through one single door, and then it disseminated to various relevant agencies to work on. instead of relying multiple submitting documents from one desk to another. It's all aimed to see that ease of trade facilitation. And it's the same thing in line with federal government of a single executive order one, talking of the ease of doing business. So this is in line. It means that there must be a particular agent that is the one that is responsible for receiving the information, and then we have access. All relevant agencies will now have access to access it, instead of allowing maybe stakeholders or agent to drop document here, drop document in this, and drop it. It takes a lot of time. So these are all effort to see that trade is well facilitated within a short period of time.
So do you think Nigeria is prepared for this January 1 takeoff?
Well, I will not specifically say all, but I can only talk about my agency, even though it's supposed to be a collaborative effort. To say, I cannot talk about, presently I cannot say anything much on NPA, but I can talk of NIMASA. Yes, if by January, if those things come out, NIMASA is ready. NIMASA is ready to access information from where this information will be dropped, or whereby because they have to pick a particular agency that will be responsible to anchor from all other agencies. It is not, if it is not done like that, then we cannot achieve it. So right now, when IMO was anchoring this, because they have been in Nigeria twice and have been part of the meetings whereby we attend at the NPA. So if NPA is the sole agent to be, or anchoring this information, or single window to anchor it, so it be, then everything will work well, or custom. But to tell you that January 1st, I'm not too sure that it's possible. I'm not too sure from whether other sister agencies are ready for this, for the takeoff in January.
All right, so what are the things to be put in place to ensure that this single window is achieved, because it also affects shipping development in the country as a whole?
Yeah, thank you very much. What is needed to be put in place is, that means that all other agencies must be fully automated. It's full automation that will be responsible, or that will enable us to carry this function effectively. And once we have full automation in all agencies, then we can say we are ready to take up. I don't know about others agencies, the readiness of this issue, but I can tell you that since we started in NIMASA, we have done almost 80 to 90%. Most of our functions now are automated. Agents submit document online. We treat them and give them feedback online. They make payment online. We give them receipt online. So these are all things that will enable this aspect of single window to work well. If you go to neighboring country like Benin Republic, they've gone far. They have gone ahead of Nigeria. So, and then we need political will, because this thing has been spanning for a very long time. So which agency is responsible to anchor this single window? That is the issue that has not been. As of now, we don't know whether it's custom, it's NPA, or it's NIMASA. We need to know which agency, and then the political will to effectively carry this function to make sure that it is done. Our processes are still very slow, very, very slow. Our processes are still very slow. So I guess that when the deadline comes, probably there will be some action that will be taken to enable us to achieve this.
All right, so still on collaboration and shipping development.
Yes.
NIMASA has the C4I.
Yes.
I think NPA has the C3I.
Yes.
And the Navy has the Falcon I also.
Yes.
What efforts are being made, by these agencies to synchronize this system into one, to have a more effective, system, in the maritime sector?
Yeah, well, I would not say it of harmonizing, but one thing I know, as you said, of collaboration. When you talk about collaboration, it means that the information we are sharing with each other. So that is the most important thing. That what C4I has, Falcon I or whatever, the Nigerian Navy, we can share with them. We can share intelligence. Whatever we have, just that aspect of collaboration, sharing intelligence. Is there anything that C4I did not capture that Falcon I capture? Is there anything that maybe NPA has and that we do not have. So these are things, when we share information together, it helps us to know which area, where is the limitation of one and where is that. So it is true that not issue of bringing it to one. No, they can still maintain this, but perhaps the intelligence sharing is being gotten from each agency. It is important.
All right, so tell us, how effective has this intelligence sharing been? Because for you to gather intelligence, there must be some sort of data.
Yes.
So in terms of data and intelligence sharing, how effective has this been amongst these various agencies?
Thank you very much. I know we have collaboration with Nigerian Navy, and you know that the C4I is not just NIMASA alone. It's a combination of various military armed forces with the paramilitary. So this C4I give us information on daily basis. All the vessels that come to Nigeria territorial waters, and when they arrive, that is their ETA, and when they leave, that is their ETD. So we have information when they arrive and when they go. So through this information on a daily basis, we receive then and position to know which vessel that NIMASA has not been able to build, or which vessel that has arrived that we have not captured properly. So once we get this thing, it is there. As I said, the Navy, they are there and other things. So we share this information and quality. And you know also, NPA does voyage reconciliation. So this voyage reconciliation is a tool for us to also do our final reconciliation in NIMASA. So we use all this data that we are getting from various agencies to ascertain what we have. For example, we also get information on a weekly, on daily basis from NNPC about all the crude that have been carried. So these are information that provide us to prepare bill for agents. This thing. So, and this, honestly, the advent of C4I and has really helped the agency. In the past, agents used to hold documents months before they will submit, but it's no longer like that now. It is being done back to back. They arrive, we see, and we call, and then they have to submit document. So it's not like before again. It's not business like before. We do back-to-back shipping now, that every vessel is captured. So this C4I has really provided good information. There could be some limitation, but on the whole, it's a very good tool to enable to carry out our function.
All right, now tell us again something about this C4I you're talking about. Let's quickly go into the topic of blue economy,
yes,
because it still falls under shipping development.
Yes.
I know that recently there was a committee, yes, between NIMASA, yes, and the Nigerian Navy formed about blue economy and how to manage the coastal. What exactly is this committee about, and how far have you gone in this committee?
Thank you very much. I think the committee was formed by the agency and the Nigerian Navy, which we are to work together to see how they can bring key salient issues on the blue economy, and then see how they can focus on them. The committee has worked out and brought out the interim report where they identify areas that will be that will help the agency to forge ahead. And for example, look at the area of tourism. Look at the area of marine protected area on aspect of fishing. Look at the area of maybe coastal participation, maybe that aspect of the hospitality issue linking up with tourism. So these are the key. So they have actually come out to state that there should be beginning a kind of campaign or creating sensitization or awareness campaign for most of the areas that we actually, and then map out those areas, for instance, about what are the areas that will be good for tourism, for marine, for tourism in the country. So these are the area, the blue economy aspect is a very, very broad area. So the best way for the agency is to take it step by step. What are the area they have mapped out to start with, and then follow them. It's a step by step this thing because it's a very broad area.
All right, thank you very much. Dr. Bashir Jamu OFR has been a promoter of this topic of the blue economy in the last 1 or 2 years.
Yes.
What is your assessment of his administration?
When you want to assess Bashir Jamu's this thing, you have to go back to the 3S. We go back to safety, to security. We are aware, we have the history, we know what was it in our marine environment, in our coastal area before. We know that Nigeria was categorized or was mapped out as a risk area. So, but Jamo regime and other things, you look at what even the international community have acknowledged the performance, and I see that took us out from risks on insurance that now we are enjoying. No, certainly for a very long time we've not had incident of piracy and this thing. So from that you see that aspect, the 3S has performed on the security. On safety, you have seen also about rev removal and other things to ease marine navigation. So these are areas that has this thing for our coastal water. Wreck removal has been done to make sure that we have a good navigation on our waters. So now the aspect of the shipping development is the area now where you also brought about the blue economy. And these are areas, are you talking of the ship building, or are you talking of ship repairs? So these are areas, that's why I say that it's a very broad area, that they have to take it one after another. Just like he picked the 3S, it's the same thing in the aspect of marine blue economy, that we have to take areas that will actually impact the economy, impact the society, and then follow them, because it's a broad and will also be capital intensive. So you have to look at the resources you have and then prioritize those areas. Prioritize the area that will actually relevant, that will touch the community, that will bring employment generation. That all these are areas that need to be employed and work with. Gradually, we will reach where those advanced countries have reached. But we need to pick areas that will have to touch lives, talk about employment, and talk about bringing revenue to the government. So these are areas that need to be tapped into.
Okay, let's talk about automation.
Yes.
Automation is one of the key drivers,
Yes.
of this administration talking about, and even to achieve the single win we're talking about.
Yes.
How automated is our shipping developments in NIMASA?
Thank you very much. I think if we take our department for example, or looking at the agency, even when we started, the shipping development has been at the top of almost all the department. We talk about the next will be maybe finance department or audit. But we have gone far. I can say we have achieved over 80%. As I earlier mentioned, most of our functions now are automated. What is needed in our template, what we have not reached, is the issue of selling certificate. And that is the last stage of our automation. Most of our bills are automated. We raise bill online, manifest is submitted online, we process it online, and send to stakeholders. So we have gone very far, and that also has eliminated human traffic. And when you say you're eliminating human traffic, you have also reduced so many other aspects that are involved. Then it also has improved on our processes, where we have manifests are being done for maybe 2 to maybe 3-4 days. Now it has been reduced. We gave ourselves a target of manifests that are bulky, that used to be very bulky, having move over 1,005 or maybe 2,000 or almost 5,000 pages. That has been reduced, and it's been done under 24 hours or 48 hours. These are all these things. When we have those wet cargo manifests that are so small, it's something to collect it. They collect bill that same day. And so this has provided maybe to facilitate trade and then to make it more seamless and easier through automation. Thank you.
Okay, so 2023 has been the kind of, I don't know how to put it, it's a challenging year. It's been election year.
Yes.
There have been kind of wars across, the world, from Israel to Hamas and all that, and the Russia-Ukraine wars continue to persist over the years.
Yes.
Now, what has been your achievement? Has this affected the achievement of your department? Can you state categorically what has been your achievement in the year 2023, despite the challenges that the country has been facing?
Thank you very much. When you talk about achievement and make sure that bills are done, through automation, bills are done as at when due. And then that has also to ensure compliance in terms of payment. So these are things that we have also helped. As full automation is one of the things that has helped the department. It's one of the achievements. Then we also bring the issue of zero tolerance debt. You pay, you sell your vessel. So these are things that to ensure that what is due to government is collected. That's when to. So these are issues that we have brought. Then quite all right, there are challenges. The challenges, as you just mentioned, the wars, then the foreign exchange import has dropped. Our major trading route now has dropped. That is China, Far East. We trade on route. That's where we have Africa, Far East. We have also North America, South America, intermediate, that is Middle East. So these are all the routes. But our major trading partners or trading where we have a lot is the Far East. But these are because of maybe the COVID, the global scene and the economy. Look at our foreign exchange. This thing now has also affected. A lot of import has dropped. Then you come to the weight cargo issue, whereby I say that we are not meeting up with our OPEC quota. It has drastically. Is it maybe due to vandalism and other things like that? Is it, you see, even if we have issue with LNG gas, and that has also maybe even due to vandalism and putting they are shortage. We used to have 20 vessels of LNG vessel every month, but now we hardly get 9, 10, 12, highest 12. So these are things that are responsible for the challenges. But I believe that in coming 2024, it will not be like that, because we're seeing some pragmatic action taken by government to see that we meet up with the OPEC quota. Once we meet up with the OPEC quota, we increase that. Before now, some years back, we used to produce oil at 2.4 million per day. But now the highest we have had this year is 1.350. And then follow 1.250. So it has not been under 1 million. So you can see the drop, and the OPEC quota is 1.7. So you see the whole thing that, of course, this alone, I know that is our major source of revenue. So if there is a drop there, it will automatically affect this thing. So, and then when we have next year stability in the foreign exchange, there will be this thing. When these things are put to no vandalism, we have issue at this thing. It will help to improve. We'll go back to by the time we can produce oil 1.7 a day, a lot of things will improve.
Okay, so Mr. Khurason, tell us, with all this, what is the outlook for 2024 like, and what should be the stakeholders should be expecting from the agency?
Yeah, thank you very much. What the stakeholders should expect from the agency, particularly shipping development, is to ensure that full automation. 2, also the issue of single window or port community system, as already said. Those are the things that we should expect, whereby we have seamless operation of doing things, ease of doing business, and then 2, we also see that there will be improvement in our crude lifting for export. If we are able to meet up with OPEC quota, that will go a long way to help. Then the issue to ensure that no vandalism and proper monitoring, in deploying our platforms that recently purchased or bought and brought to the government. Once we can use this one, it will help us, because if you look at 2020, we operated on this same this thing. We have platforms that help us. So you see that the generation and collection were all hand in hand. In fact, we achieved 98% in our dealing. So that should be our aim for 2024. That we should be able to, what we generate, we collect. It's not about generation. What really matters is the collection. So if we generate and we don't pay, it becomes debt. We don't want to have debts in the agency. We ensure all stakeholders that have business with us, or they make sure that they pay what is due to government. So you give to Caesar what is due to Caesar. That should be our main aim in coming 2024. We have all the platform that will be put to use. We monitor our waters to ensure that things are done in the right way, in lines with the act, in lines with the guidelines in our operation and SOP. So these are the things that will help us. So 2024, we are believing with all things put in place, it will be better than 2023.
Thank you very much, Mr. Khurason. Finally,
yes,
in the spirit of the festive season,
yes,
what is your word for the common Nigeria out there?
Well, thank you very much. The spirit of the festive season, we wish Nigerians a happy celebration. We will be free of any accident, any things that will bring this thing to the country. No, everyone, we wish him the best. Wish every staff of the agency a fruitful celebration. And coming next year, we come with high hopes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our listeners out there. I've been speaking with Mr. Khurason Inuwa, Head Shipping Development of NIMASA. He has said it to everyone out there that you should have hope for the coming year, that it's going to be better than 2023. It's going to be a wrap on this segment this afternoon. But I'd like to ask you that you please subscribe to our channel on YouTube at NIMASA Official.